Hey friends, hey, it's your girl Kitty. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a ride or die, part of KKC, welcome back. Today, guys, I am having shrimp cocktail. I got these jumbo shrimps and some cocktail sauce, and I have a sweet kale salad. That looks delicious. And to drink, I just have some water. And yeah, so let's dig in. I got some paper towels. Get my napkin ready. Okay, guys. The topic of discussion is a very tragic and dark part of Canadian history. And I mean, first and foremost, it's disgusting. It should have never happened. I want to cry already. So we're going to eat a little bit and then I will get into what I want to talk about because I just feel like I need to talk about it. So let's get this kale salad. Yum. Oh my gosh. Mmm. I should have opened this before we started, but I didn't. So I was just fighting with it. Ooh, this bowl is like taking up the whole screen. Ooh. Mmm. So good. So I hope you are all doing well. Um, have you guys ever tried the chopped sweet kale salad from Walmart? Well, it's not from Walmart. We get this at Sobeys. I'll try and find a picture of it and put it right here. It is so good. It's got like cranberries and pumpkin seeds and poppy seed dressing. And there's kale in there and red cabbage, I think. Ooh. Mm. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys pay attention to the news. Whether you live in Canada and you pay attention to the Canadian news, or you're in the US and you pay attention to the Canadian news, or I try not to pay attention to the news, but at the same time I do, if that makes sense. Um, well, I wrote down some notes. I mean, what I'm about to tell you is not even remotely close to how do I word this? I'm just skimming the surface, basically. Um, and I'm angry. I'm heartbroken. I am disgusted in humanity. Okay. I know this is like a dark part of Canadian history. And I feel like in history we're only taught and it's only taught and talked about certain things, and I feel like this all of this needs to be discussed more and talked about more. And it's raining so hard right now, it's so peaceful. I'm at a loss for words. Okay, so like I said, I'm not sure if you guys pay attention to the news, but I do and I don't, because I always look at news, negative energy while sitting, and it's very dark and disturbing, and there's so much that is talked about and shown to us in the news and media and whatever, but there's a lot that is hidden and brushed away, brushed under the rug, and forgotten about. And I just feel like I need to talk about this. And for whoever's watching this, whether you're an Indigenous person or not, you as a human, regardless of ethnicity, your cultural background, I stand with you. I am with you. And I pray for change, for this very disgusting world to change. In Kamloops, British Columbia, they discovered 215 bodies of Indigenous children. Children. You heard me right. Children. I'm shaking. I'm so mad. They weren't. It wasn't. From what I've read, it wasn't a mass grave, and I know that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It should have never happened. It should have never happened. These children were ripped from their homes. Not only is this affecting me because I'm a compassionate person, I'm an empathetic person, I feel things very deeply. And so there's that. And I'm a mother. I'm a mother. I'm a mother. And I just can't imagine Um, there's a, my heart hurts so much. Um, I grew up with Indigenous students in my schools, elementary, middle school, and high school. And I've always been a person that's been fascinated with other cultures and their traditions and just what makes them them. And I just don't understand. You know, these kids were ripped from their homes and tortured and told they can't speak their language. They can't dress in their cultural clothing. And I'm just like, what? What? I remember in elementary school, there was like, a few indigenous students, like I said, in elementary, and they would get ready and go on to and like pack up their stuff and go to native studies. And honestly, I was kind of jealous. I was like, I want to learn native studies. Like, I know I'm not a native, I'm not indigenous, but I would love to learn their culture. Like, it's so beautiful. There's so much more to it. Like the clothing they wear and like the feathered headdresses, like it's just so beautiful. And my childhood best friend was a native woman. Well, we were kids, but you get what I'm saying. And I'm sorry if should I be saying indigenous young lady or native young lady? Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean no disrespect to anyone. Um 215 children. Some as young as 3 years old. 3. Um and this is you know, part of the darkest chapters in Canadian history. Like, and I understand there's so much more darkness in our, Canadian history, American history, and other parts of the world. Like, that this stuff is still happening. And I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Majority of these deaths are undocumented. They're undocumented deaths. Um, I know, like, it was last minute, but the education system reached out to, I'm assuming this is Canada wide. I'm in New Brunswick, and I know they're, it was last minute to notify everyone to wear orange. Because they do Orange Shirt Day, which is like just kind of like everyone standing, what is it, in like solidarity, like we're with you, you know, regardless of your ethnicity, everyone is equal. And, so everyone wears an orange shirt to show that. And they decided to do it again with the orange shirt. And I know some schools were doing the blue for autism awareness, which is phenomenal. Like, please do so. And but they were doing the orange shirt day. So my son John, he wore an orange shirt to school today. I don't have an orange shirt, but I figured I would wear my pink shirt that says kindness is contagious. Um so yeah. Um excuse me. I just took some notes, like I said, from 1883 to 1996. Nearly 150,000 Indigenous children were separated from their families, um, and often by force, and sent to the government-funded, church-run schools in an attempt to assimilate them. Now, I had to Google the definition of assimilate. I was on the right path. Just to change, they were trying to change them. They were trying to shut them down as who they are as people. They were trying to take their voice, take their culture, and make it non-existent, which is disgusting. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. Sorry, guys. Many of the children faced, neglect, physical abuse, SA. I'm not going to actually say it, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Like, for them to speak their indigenous languages and to, practicing their traditions for their culture was forbidden. They were forbidden to speak their language. Okay, I understand. You know, to learn English, but don't take their native language from them. It just makes me so mad. No, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to say I'm sorry for being emotional. But they're doing this thing across Canada, asking people to put out a little pair of shoes on their steps. A little pair of shoes on their steps. And luckily, I have a little pair of dress shoes John wore when he was little. I still have them. I was going to give them to my nephew, my great nephew. But I think I'm going to set them out on my steps tonight at 6 o'clock. But like I said in the beginning, we cannot change the past. I am not going to apologize for those that treated people that way. I'm not going to apologize for them. But I'm like fumbling over my words. I don't know. I'm like speechless. But I can control how I am as a person and how I treat people. And I can instill that in my son to be a good person and to love everybody. we can't change the past, but we can certainly change the future. And I just don't get it. What gave them the right? What gave them the right to do that? Absolutely horrible. I was literally just on the phone with my mother and I'm like, I said, well, I'm going to go film a mukbang. I said, I'm going to talk about what happened in BC. And I was like, I'm going to try to hold my emotions together. Oh, gosh. I keep snuffing. Well, I know a lot of the people that view my channel. I've got a few more Canadians now, but regardless if you're Canadian or not, and I suppose it wouldn't have to be a pair of kids' shoes because I'm not sure how what was the oldest children there. I'm not sure if it was like teenagers or it shouldn't have been any kids. It shouldn't have been any human being. It shouldn't have happened. Why? For what? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand, and I don't want to understand. There's no reasoning. There's no reason for it whatsoever. No excuse whatsoever. Don't give me excuses. I'll tell you to fuck off. But if you are watching and you have, I don't know, kids' shoes, or even if you just put a pair of shoes outside, you'll know what it's in reference for, and I'll know. Well, unless you tell me. Unless you tell me, I won't know. Did I say that right? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I've just got so many thoughts and so much I want to say, so many words, loss for words. My heart is hurting. It is what it is. I don't know. to say. Anyways, please be kind to one another. And again, I can't stress it or say it enough. We cannot change the past. We can't. I wish I could. I really do. I really wish I could. I wish I could wave a wand and fix everything. Because I'm a healer. I want to fix everything. But I can't. But we can try, and we can try together. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm going to end this here. Again, please, if you have, just put a pair of shoes outside this evening. My tummy keeps making noises. Put a pair of shoes outside this evening and leave your porch light on. In remembrance, and I'm glad they were found. I am glad they were found. It's so tragic and devastating, but I'm glad that they were found. So if you guys could say a prayer, light a candle, put a pair of shoes, kid shoes if you can, on your step, turn your porch light on, just do a little something for those sweet children that endured the unimaginable. And anyways, I love you guys so much. If you made it this far in my video, could you please leave an orange heart? I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.